Yo yogis, how's everybody doing? Welcome to your Vinyasa flow class. I'm Hannah. I'm going to be bringing you through your practice today. We're going to get started on our backs in Supta Baddha Konasana. That's reclined butterfly pose. So go ahead and bring the soles of the feet to touch. Let the knees splay out to the side and make your way onto your backs. We're going to go ahead and rest one hand over the low belly and one hand over the heart. And then start to come into that breath. Just noticing the rise and the fall of your chest. Beginning our class with inhales through the nose and exhales through the mouth. And just start to feel the awareness start to come to your body. Noticing physically what you're experiencing. Noticing the quality of your mental state. Whether or not there's something going on in your life that might be distracting you from being fully present here. And just feel that release on each exhale. And then bring the hands to the outside of the legs as you close the thighs together. And then extend the legs up to the ceiling, just reversing the blood circulation. Really pressing that low back firmly into the earth. And then bring the hands behind the thighs. So you start to rock and roll along that spine. Bring in some nice big movements here. And you can pause anywhere that feels good. It might feel good to keep the feet up above your head. Or it might feel good to pause up here. Or you might just keep it kind of fluid. But on your next roll up, go ahead and pause in boat pose Navasana. Relax those shoulders, drawing them in together. Chest is proud, it's shining bright. Inhaling here. Exhaling to drop it down into low boat, extending those toes long. Shoulders are up off the ground. Inhaling here for 3, 2, 1. Make your way back up to high boat Navasana. And then press those ankles and make your way to tabletop. Going through a few cat-cows here, so dropping the belly down on an inhale, pushing the ground away on an exhale. Cow pose as you drop the belly down, feel the tailbone shine and bright. And exhale as you draw everything together, feel those shoulder blades pull apart. And then just go ahead and take some of your organic movement here. You can sway it from side to side, you can go from front to back. Whatever's feeling good, whatever your body's calling for, take it. Beautiful yogis. Whatever you're doing, connecting that movement to the breath. Yoga means unity. Unity of the mind, the body, and the spirit, and that all comes together by bringing an awareness to your breath. Go ahead and spread those fingers nice and wide as you extend the left leg long behind you and the right arm long in front of you. Inhaling here, stretching everything apart from each other. And on your next inhale, draw it all in. Bring that elbow and the knee to touch. Push the ground away. I want you to think cat back here. Extend it long. Draw it together. One more. Inhale to reach. Exhale to bring everything together. Inhale into reach one more time, drawing everything up, taking a little back bend, and dropping it back down. This time, let's spread the right fingers nice and wide. This will help us feel more balanced in this posture and send everything long. Right leg long, left fingertips long, and try to keep that right hip drawn in line with the left. And exhale, draw it all together. Push the ground away. Feel that core engaging. Inhale to reach. Exhale, crunch it together. One more, just like that, yogis. Reach it long. And bring it nice and tight together. Oh, that feels good. Inhale to reach. And exhale, take a nice little back bend. So extending the leg up, the arm up. And go ahead, release it down to the ground. Go ahead and tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward facing dog. You can pedal it out here. You might shake the head from side to side, front to back. And then come to stillness. Spread those fingertips nice and wide. Just letting the head kind of be where it is. No need to tuck it in tight or be gazing forward. A gentle external rotation of the hips. Inhale in here. Exhale to release. Go ahead and extend that right leg long behind you. And on an exhale, draw the knee to the nose, really pressing the ground away. Inhale to extend it long. Exhale, draw the right knee to the right tricep. Get it, you might be at your elbow now. One day I want you to see if you can get it up in that armpit. Send it long behind you, and then step it forward, making your way into a low crescent lunge. So go ahead and set that knee on the ground, extend those toes long behind you. Inhaling to reach up here. Exhaling to draw your hands through heart center and twist. Gaze over that right shoulder. Nice prayer twist. We've got the left elbow hooked on the right knee. We're trying to draw the heart in line with the thumbs here, and then gaze back behind you. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale, bring both palms down to the ground. Tuck the toe and step it back. Chaturanga, bending into the elbows, dropping all the way down to the ground. Untuck the toes and peel the chest up, taking low cobra pose. In low cobra, your quads are fired up so hard that those kneecaps pull off the ground. And we're letting the low back do the work here, so you might even lift up those fingertips. Slowly release it back down, tuck the toes, send those hips back, downward facing dog. Take a collective inhale here to expand. Exhale to release and let it go. Send that left leg nice and long behind you, and then draw the knee to the nose, really push the ground away. Send it long on an inhale, and draw the left knee to the left tricep. Get it up as high as you can here, really challenge yourself. Inhale to send it back, exhale to step it forward, low crescent lunge. Releasing that right knee to the ground. Inhaling to sweep the arms up. Exhaling to draw the hands through heart center and twist over to the right. You've got prayer twist here. In these prayer twists, you're pushing your elbow into your knee, and you're pushing your knee into the elbow. Both of these movements together will help protect the joints and create stability in the posture. You might bring the gaze up over that left shoulder to deepen through the twist. Beautiful movement. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms to the earth. Tuck the toe, step it back, high push-up plank. Option again for low cobra, or you can take your chaturanga down into an upward facing dog. On the upward facing dog, you've got the tops of the feet on the earth. The hips are pulling up off the ground. As you can see here, only the tops of my feet are touching the ground. Roll over the back of the toes. Make your way into downward facing dog. Gaze to the top of the mat. Hop up. Have the toes come to meet the hands. So you make your way to extending long through the spine. Inhale in here. Exhaling to fold. Taking chair pose. Utkatasana, hips down, arms up, biceps in line with the ears. Shift the weight back into the heels. Inhale. Exhale, draw the hands through your heart center, taking prayer twist on the right side. So look down at those knees. Make sure that your left knee isn't poking in front of the right. And if it is, swivel that right hip over to the right. We want hips and knees in one line. Gazing up over that right shoulder. We're trying to get the heart above the hips here. Inhaling through center. Exhaling to twist on the other side. These twists are so rejuvenating, so detoxifying, really good for your overall health. Inhale to come back through center. Exhale to unwind, coming through stand. Inhaling, arms up, core engaged. Exhaling to take a back bend, so send those hips forward, send that heart up to the sky. And exhale, hands through heart center, bow the head. And set your intention for this practice. What brought you on to your mat today? Today, I offer you freedom. Freedom to move the way you want to move, to breathe the way you want to breathe, and to live your life with no regard for anything but what brings you complete happiness and joy. Inhaling to expand. Exhaling, dive it forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, palms to the earth, step it back. Chaturanga Dandasana, bending into the elbows. Option to always come onto the knees here if you're still working on building up the strength. And then make your way either to up dog or low cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful movement, yogis. Inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees, hop to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Let's fire it up and bring some movement in here. Inhale, draw those hands to heart center. Exhale, to prayer twist over to the right, hooking that left elbow onto the right knee. Inhaling as you really bring the awareness into the right toes and coming up on to the ball of that left foot. Maybe even picking up that left foot, drawing the left heel into the glute and slowly extending that left leg long behind you, making your way into twisted crescent lunge. Inhaling here. Exhaling as you draw the upper body up, extend those arms long, so we're in revolved crescent, and you might drop that right arm down that left leg, stretching all along that left side body. Inhaling to come up. Exhaling, bringing both palms to the ground. Sending that right leg long behind you. Option to float it here, or you can just set it back down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful movement, yogis. Bend the knees, hop it up. Inhale, flat back. Extend that spine long. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, hips down, arms up. Inhaling here. Exhale, draw those hands to heart center as you twist over to the right. Hooking that right elbow on that left knee. Pressing into the palms here. Knees and elbows are pushing in the same level of power in both directions. Maybe coming up onto the ball of that right foot. Maybe drawing that right heel into that right glute. Slowly extending that leg long behind you. Coming to prayer twist in crescent lunge. Inhaling here. Exhaling to lift the upper body up, still maintaining that twist as you extend the arms long in opposite directions. Inhaling here. Exhaling to exalt. Bringing that left fingertip, but there's not a lot of weight in this left fingertips. A lot of the strength is coming through the core and through that left leg. Right arm reaches up and back. Inhaling, coming back through center. Exhale, chaturanga, frame the foot. Send that left leg long behind you. Again, option just to bring it down to the earth. Chaturanga to up dog or low cobra. Downward facing dog. Please know the chaturangas are optional, so take them if you want them. Just make your way straight back to down dog if you don't need it, if you want to conserve some of your energy. Beautiful movement here. Go ahead and send that right leg long as you step it forward into low crescent lunge. Inhaling to sweep the arms up. Exhaling, coming through prayer twist. Inhaling here. Exhaling to exalt. Making your way to extend along the left side body. Beautiful movement. Slowly come back through center. Come to frame that foot. And we're going to make our way to Vashisthasana, or side plank pose. So start to bring the awareness to that left foot as you untuck and bring the left knee off the earth, sending that right leg long behind you and reaching the right arm up. So I want you to think about really sending those hips up to the sky. You might raise the foot if you're feeling nice and frisky. We're here for 3. Chaturanga in 2. And slowly release. Chaturanga Dandasana. Beautiful movement. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, send that left leg long. Exhale, step it forward, low crescent lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, prayer twist. Inhaling here. Exhaling to exalt. Reverse that twist. Your left arm crawls along the left leg, and your right arm reaches up and back. This should feel nice and good along that right hip flexor. Inhaling to come up. Exhaling to frame that foot, going to Vashisthasana on the other side. So get ready for side plank. Untuck that toe. Bring all the awareness into that right hand as you stack the left feet one on top of the other. And send those hips up. Option to always come down onto a knee. If you're still working on finding that balance, the knee is totally here for you. You're still getting so many benefits of the posture. Gaze can be up at the thumb to challenge your balance, or down at the earth if you want to create a little bit more stability and grounding. Slowly make your way back out of the posture. Send those hips back, downward facing dog. Beautiful movement, gaze forward, bring both of those knees to the ground, and we're going to go through Ustrasana, or camel pose. So in camel pose, our knees are about hip width distance. You bring the hands to either side of the hips, thumbs pressing into the low back. Inhale to send those hips forward, and then grow tall through the spine. We're trying to create a ton of space in the spine. Heart shines up to the earth as you start to slowly just tip back. Core is engaged here to protect the spine. So just playing around with how deeply your body can go here. Slowing down the breath. And making your way out very slowly, very carefully, setting those hips down on the heels and pausing here, eyes closed, just seated on the knees. And just experience what it feels like to be in your body in this moment. Heart rate's elevated. Your circulation is really going here. And we're going to make our way through reclined hero pose. So if you have any knee problems here, I want you to try to, well, for one, be very intentional around what feels good and what doesn't. But right now our hips are between our heels. If you do have a knee problem, I want you to extend one leg long in front of you as the hip and the heel are sitting next to each other. I'll face you guys so you can see this a little better. So this is for anybody that has knee problems. If this is still uncomfortable, you can just take it in half butterfly. For those of you who are feeling okay in your knees, then the hips come between the heels here. And then bring the palms behind you as you just start to lower your body down. This might be a great place if you're feeling a lot of stretch here already. That's a great option to just make your way onto your forearms. Or you can melt it all the way down onto your back, just going as slowly as you can, making sure to bring all the awareness to your bodies. And stopping anytime anything feels uncomfortable. If you're all the way down, you might bring the arms and up above the head. Slowly make your way out, coming up onto the elbows and then up onto the palms. If you did the one-legged side, then also take the movement on the other side to balance out through your bodies. And then we're going to take rabbit pose. So this is really good for stretching all along the back. So you come to seated on the heels. And then you bring the hands with the thumb on the outside of each foot and the fingers on the inside of each foot. And then you tuck the chin into the chest. And you start just by resting the head down on the ground. Body is wrapped tightly together. And then you might start to pick up the heels. It's really important not to move the neck here. So keep the neck nice and protected by tucking the chin into the chest. And then work on sending those heels up. This should feel amazing along the shoulders. Slowly release. Inhaling to unwind. And exhaling, making your way down onto your back, extending those legs nice and long in front of you. And then take a happy baby. So bringing the feet up to the sky and grabbing on the outside edge of each foot. This is a fun one to find some movement in. Get a little playful with it. Rolling from side to side. Try to keep the tailbone grounded down to the earth. By doing that, it allows you to create a little bit more space in the hips. And go ahead and bring the palms or the soles of the feet to touch. As you make your way again to reclined butterfly, we're going to leave class the same way that we came in. So soles of the feet to touch, knees splay to the side, and bring one hand to the heart and one hand to the low belly. And just take this moment to notice the difference between that first reclined butterfly and this one. You've dedicated this time to your body, to your own personal transformation. Hopefully you've been able to release anything that you felt like was holding you back, keeping you from fully enjoying the beautiful nature of all of the world around you. Using this body and mind awareness to tap into a little bit more happiness in your life. Because happiness and awareness always coexist. One does not exist without the other. Namaste, yogis.